Chant together.
Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो हमारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go. देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100%, करे नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complete level? मौज में रहो, be happy.
Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Happy birthday to all of you. One way we celebrate the birthday of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. And in Bhagavad Gita, he himself clearly tells, Ajopi san navvyatma bhutanam ishwaropi san prakritim swam adhisthaya sambhavamyatma mayaya. I am unborn. How can the unborn have the birth date? Normally what happens, we lead our life just mechanically. And when we lead our life mechanically, you lose the charm of life. Morning, breakfast, sandwich. For lunch, sandwich. Dinner, of course, sandwich. In that sandwich, there is neither sand nor witch. See, friends, life becomes mechanical. Therefore, if we want to celebrate Janmashtami, the Janmashtami will be celebrated if we are born on this date. How are we born? See, how important it is. We are born when we take a firm resolution that thus far, not further. A seeker who is born, he never dies. So, we have to be born today as the seeker. Now, who is the seeker of truth? The seeker of truth is the one who is learning from every single experience of life. This point I have been shamelessly repeating, and you are shamelessly not following. We have to learn. This is the basis of celebration of Janmashtami. We normally, what we do, we complain. We are the mobile complaint boxes. And therefore, our Mahamantra told you, living at zero complaint level. Now, this is what we have to learn from the life of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. See? We get small little problems here and there, and we become so miserable, disturbed. So if you are celebrating Janmashtami, then Krishna should be born in our heart. See? Then, who is Krishna? Right from birth onwards till death, he had nothing but a series of problems and issues. Right from birth onward. First, Putana Mausi came. See? There's no end to it. There was one great saint in Maharashtra. His name is Santa Jnaneshwar Maharaj. To cut the story short, because of the old traditional way, his parents were ordered to commit suicide or whatever they have done under the disguise of the so-called Dharma Shastra. And they did it. That time, these four brother sister, Nivrutti, Jnaneshwar, Sopan and Muktabai, the eldest brother was that time 12 years. See? The second one was 9 years. Third one was 5 years. And the girl was small. So they were all left alone. They have gone through such terrible tortures. But if you read the writings of Santa Jnaneshwar, there is not a single bitter word against anybody in his own writing. This is what we have to learn. See? Now, normally, many of you are 70 not out, 75 not out, 80 not out, isn't it? So, first thing, stop complaining about your health. All the time. Therefore, I don't, you also try this. Don't ask any old person about his health. He will kill you. Hey. And then, what is their problem? The problem is, Swamiji, pain here, pain there, pain everywhere. Like Ram here, Ram there, Ram everywhere. Then how do we get out of it? Now understand basic thing. Our body is alive. The symptoms of a living body is it is likely or it can support diseases. Dead body doesn't support any disease. So if you have got pain here, then come on, still alive, very good. You are not dead. See, friends. Therefore, if we have got problem, pain here, very good. We are still alive. Come on, very good. Now, second thing. When the body dies, we are learning Janmashtami. So, when the body dies, who dies? Nobody dies. You have to just catch this point. I have taken some loan from him, maybe $1 million. I have taken loan. Then I had to return it with interest. So when I had to return that, and I feel bad, oh God, see how unlucky I am, I had to return it. Come on, you have taken it, you return it. Exactly the same way, our body is on loan from the five great elements. We have taken little. See? In Mumbai, they make, this chaat masala, something like that, on chowpatty. They'll be making a cone out of paper And in that they add 3-4 things. And then they will be adding the organic topping, organic salt. Have you ever seen organic salt? We get in Mumbai. They top it with organic salt and then they put 1 spoon. Eat. Exactly the same thing. Brahmaji, the creator, he has made the cone of the space, and in that he has added the 4 elements in proper proportion, and then he topped it with the principle of life. And out of that inert assembly of elements, a living body is born. When the body dies, then the 5 elements go back to their own place. Who died? See, it's so important, friends. In Bhagavad Mahapuran, toward the end, the story concludes that after a whole Bhagavad Mahapuran was heard, then the Takshaka came and gave a bite, and then the Parikshit died. Now, on the basis of this, one person asked me one question, a very good student. Swamiji, you only taught us, but I again also read the Devi Bhagavat. And in Devi Bhagavat it is said that he did not die and here it is died. What is right? See, if we understand these questions will not come. Parikshit ji has already separated himself distinctly other than the body. Therefore, when the body dies, nothing happens to me. See? And for this purpose, we have to learn. And how the learning starts first, as regard the body is concerned, we will have health issues. Accept them gracefully. Don't bother others about your health issues. This again I learned from you. You are all my guru. Those who are poor, they have got only one guru. And then one guru, they make a frame, hang him, rather crucify him. Hang there, don't come down. See? I have learned from you all. So, once we are clear that health is and disease is part of the body, accept gracefully. Then you can separate yourself from this body identification. Now, for this, understand who is born. When this is just example, okay, not real. I can create n number of examples, no difficulty. When I got married, therefore I told you. You know, I was in England after my retreat was over, and one Britisher asked me this question. Mr. Swami, you Swami from India, don't get married? I kept quiet. Then he said, happiness is not everything in life. That day I discovered that there are 2 types of people. Those who are happy and those who are married. Therefore, when I was alone, I was happy. Then I got married. When I got married, who is born? Husband is born. Now separate the man from the husband. Find out. In US, one of the local American asked me this question. Swamiji, in you, Indian people, they have got a .com on their forehead, the ladies. What is that? I said, that is, your chance has gone. She is already booked. She is married. Oh, that is a sign of getting married? Yes. But then there is nothing on the face of the man. No need. By looking at the face, married. There is a glow on their face. Friends. So, when I get married, a husband is born. And then I realize my mistake. So, if you realize your mistake, you should correct them, is it not? So, I corrected. And I separated. Now, question is, who is separated? Man is separated or husband is separated? Where is that husband? And who is miserable? This husband. These friends. The day you recognize this, birth is a big bluff. Nobody is born, nobody dies. This was known to Bhagwan Krishna because he is God. And therefore, in Bhagavad Gita, see, many of us study Gita and we get lost in only academics. Never study the scriptures academically. When you look at the object, you look at the object. But when you look at the mirror, do you look at the mirror? You look in the mirror. In the same manner, when you read the worldly things, you read them. But when you read the scriptures, you read in the scripture yourself. You have to find yourself there. See? This is so important, my friends. So, one elderly person imported from India to USA. And like you are all gathering here, I was also invited there for lunch. So, Swamiji, please talk to us on Gita. Come on. I said, I have come for food, no Gita talk. Then that old man who had come from India, imported, he was teaching them Gita not for a day or two, but for last 6 months. Now he said, Swamiji, I want to hear from you the second chapter of Gita. Talking, the broken Hindi, English mixed together. So now he was a very respected man in that gathering. I said, okay. Second chapter finish in half an hour. After that, question answer. I said, no question, no answer. No. You have to answer at least one question. So my hostile, she looked at me, Swami. You know the hostile host? He is host. His wife is hostile. His kids are hostilities. And I am a hostage. Life is complete. So the hostile look at me. Swami, please, one question. So, okay. What is that? You know what was this question? How many verses are attributed to Dhritarashtra, Sanjay, Arjun and Bhagwan Sri Krishna? Again, I invoke my Guru. My Guru is the NRI children from America. NRI children from Australia are different. They are descent. They are the followers of Gayatri Mantra. What is the Gayatri Mantra? Say. Wrong. Gayatri Mantra is Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. See? Then what is that? Om Bhur Bhu Swaha. That is not a part of Gayatri Mantra. That is added, it is called a Vyarati. In the same manner, you ask this American NRI children, you ask them, hey, what do you want to study further? Om Bhur Bhu Swaha. I don't know. It is such a powerful mantra. After that, no question comes. I don't know. So I invoke that. When that old man asked me, how many verses to whom? I said, I don't know. He said, no, 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 you are avoiding. I said, okay, listen, be attentive. So only one verse to Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra Uvacha. Now the question is, you know this. Only one verse is attributed to Dhritarashtra. But what happened to Dhritarashtra after listening the whole Bhagavad Gita? Have you ever thought over it? When we study, it should become subjective. It is not an objective thing. See? So, what happened to son Dhritarashtra? Nothing happened. Oh, he is like us? Of course. How many times we have heard Mahatmas and then we sit before the Mahatmas and they challenge, "Hun tusi try maro." See, my friends. So, Dhritarashtra, only one verse. Then, Bhagwan Sri Krishna, not a single verse. Bhagwan Sri Krishna did not speak in Bhagavad Gita. When I told him this, he nearly jumped out of his skin. What? I said, yes. How can you say like that? I said, please show me your Bhagavad Gita. Where it is written? Bhagwan Sri Krishna Uvacha, show me. See? I said, it is Bhagavan Uvacha, not Bhagwan Sri Krishna Uvacha. Bhagwan could be anybody. Ram is Bhagwan, Shivaji is Bhagwan, anybody. There was one Hindi cinema hero, Bhagwan. Bhagwan Uvacha. See, friends, how can you say like that? I said, show me where it is written. And where Bhagwan Krishna has said, what he said, Ajopi san avyayatma, although unborn, unchanging, unending, eternal. He never said, Devaki putra uvacha, or Yashoda nandana uvacha, or Gopika pranavallabha uvacha. Nowhere it is said. See, my friends, therefore, when we study Bhagavad Gita, don't look at Bhagavan Krishna somewhere away. He is very much our own being. See? If you see any statue made out of a rock, so the rock looks very horrible. And then the sculptor comes and looks, no, 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 this is good. I can make something out of it. Then what he will start doing? He will take, first of all, make a pharma on that. And then it is already in his mind. Then he will take the chisel and hammer and start hitting. That time, what will be going on in the mind of that stone? Oh God, I am so unlucky. Every other rock is comfortably sitting. He only saw me and hitting, constantly crying, crying, crying. But the sculptor will not give up. And ultimately, first sandpaper, slowly, slowly, little brush, and then out of that rock, a beautiful vigraha is made, and then a prana pratishtha in a temple, then millions come and offer salutations to that. That time, what goes in the mind of that stone? How lucky I am. Why you are lucky? Because you have gone through all the difficulties of life smilingly, not complaining. Chinnam chinnam punarapi punaha swadu chaivekshudandam. Whether you know or not, if you eat the sugar cane, on the top of the sugar cane, it is less sweet. As you start going downwards, it becomes more and more sweet. In the same manner, more the difficulties, the best thing comes out of us. And be attentive. Don't create difficulties for you. Then, the simplest way is living at zero complaint level. You have learnt everything in your life. Therefore, Bhagwan Sri Krishna, we attribute Bhagavad Gita to him, but from his standpoint, he is not a Devaki Putra. He is Sakshat Paramatma. In the same manner, we have to be reminded of our own being. This was recognized by Parikshit before the conclusion of the Bhagavad Mahapuran, and therefore, before death, he has already discarded the body identification. And therefore, when the snake came and gave a bite, and who died was the body, not Parikshit. That is Sri Krishna in us. If you are celebrating Janmashtami, never have even a passing thought in your mind about your death. मर के दिखाओ. Nobody has ever died. But all the time, Swamiji, मरने के बाद क्या होता है? Come on, I don't have experience. How can I tell you? See, friends, that thought of death should disappear from our mind. When we are thus celebrating this Janmashtami, this one takeaway today is this: don't talk about what happens after death. When you are alive, what happened? So when we are alive, nothing has happened. After death, people will be happy. Thank God, God. Friends, that is Bhagavad Gita, that is Bhagwan Sri Krishna, and for this purpose, Bhagwan comes in this world. Janmashtami. Now, when I have separated myself from my wife, where the husband has gone, and when he was born, and who is miserable? These guys are miserable. One couple came and the husband was complaining. Swamiji, you please tell her, she doesn't listen to me. She doesn't respect me. At least I am elder than her. She should respect me, my age. I said, I am sorry. Why? Did you get married one after another or together? What is this question? I replied, no, we got married together. Very good. After marriage, you were born as a husband and wife. Correct? Yes. So the age of the husband and wife is equal. But here the small little things makes a prestige issue for us. And therefore, when we celebrate our Janmashtami, number one, no complaints about anything. Accept the world as it is. You know to what extent it will lead us to? This is my pet example. When I see the dark color, will my eyes complain? When I see the red color, will the eyes become red? When I see a girl, will the eyes become feminine? When I see an old person, will the eyes become old? Who is complaining? The one who is complaining doesn't exist. One couple somewhere in India, love marriage, they were in love, they fell in love. They don't rise in love. I have fallen in love. Dadal. So after about 15 years or now, they must be 15 years or more. Now the fighting started. And then in that fighting, the only thing is, Swamiji, we can't continue further. So I advise us. I said, look here, I'll tell you a Hindi cinema song. प्यार को प्यार ही रहने दो, रिश्तों के नाम ना दो. Let your love remain as love. Don't contaminate it by labeling as somebody. In love, there is nobody. If we are devoted to Bhagwan Krishna, we can never be miserable in life. Can we imagine Bhagwan Krishna very serious? People ask all kinds of questions. Swamiji, you must have seen Bhagwan Ram is always with his arrow and bow. Shivji always with his trident with him. Bhagwan Krishna with a murali. Why? I said, if you have got little brain, you will understand. Bhagwan Ram is with whom? His wife. Shivji is with whom? With his wife. So they have to protect themselves. Bhagwan Krishna, Radha is not his wife. Therefore enjoy. Don't make your life miserable, friends. Look at the world with this eye of wisdom. And therefore, if you are following Bhagwan Krishna, never become serious. Can you know, in the life of Bhagwan Ram, there is only one event which was little light-hearted. Rest of the time, very Gambhirananda all the time. See? When he heard in Yoga Vasishta that everything is illusion, 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 he got frustrated. And then he he arranged one elephant who was running after Vasishtaji to bounce on him. The Vasishtaji with his lungi and kamandoli in the hand, he was running, and the elephant was following, and Bhagwan Ram was watching. Everything is illusion, illusion, no illusion. And then he somehow went by the side and he was protected. Then Bhagwan Ram says, Sir, you taught us everything is illusion. So the elephant which was running after you, that was also illusion. Why did you run? Vasishtaji said, my running was also illusion. Friends, that is the only light-hearted event in the life of Bhagwan Ram. Bhagwan Krishna, nothing serious anywhere. If you are following Janmashtami, refuse to be miserable. Then what to do? Make others miserable. You should not become miserable. This is very bad. Friends, if you are happy, you can never make others miserable. If you are miserable, you don't like happy people. This is my experience. In Delhi, one Punjabi lady, after my talk was over, she came with a fighting mode. What is this all the time you are telling? Be happy, be happy, be happy. Get married and show, be happy. That means marriage is a license to be miserable. Tathastu. Friends, therefore, Janmashtami celebration is bringing Gita in our day-to-day life. So, what are the things that we take on Janmashtami from Bhagavad Gita? First thing. This is, see, every verse of Bhagavad Gita is the story of Bhagwan Sri Krishna. Every verse. I'll tell you one or two examples. In the second chapter, Bhagwan Sri Krishna says that Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkhada agama apayina anityan tantitikshasva bharata. This is his life. Matra sparshastu kaunteya. Hey Kunti Putra, hey Arjun. When we come in contact with anything in this world, through whatever mean, sense organs, mind or intellect, when we come in contact with anything in this world, there are two possibilities. Sukhada or Dukkhada. Either you will get joy, happiness, or you will get miseries. There is no third option. Then the story of both of them is the same. The story is they begin in time, they remain for some time, they end after some time. Therefore, they are temporary. Because of the temporary events to become permanently miserable, is it the right way of living? Then, Tantitikshasva Bharata. What cannot be cured should be endured. But I don't like that word. What cannot be cured should not be endured, should be enjoyed. See, friends, it is in our hands whether we are happy or we are miserable. Don't keep the key of your happiness in the pocket of others. Bhagavan Krishna was happy not because of anybody, but in spite of everybody. How simple it is. So the first statement Bhagavan talks his own experience in Bhagavad Gita. The second is Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bharata abhyutthanav dharmasya tadatmanam srujamyaham paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkrutam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Second step. Now be attentive. How this we have to understand. Yada yada dharmasya glanir bhavati. Dharma means what? That because of which that thing is the dharma of that thing. Means what? Fire is fire because of the heat. Can there be fire without heat? It cannot be. Sugar is sugar because of the sweetness. Can it be sugar without sweetness? No, it will be urea. Then when Bhagavan says, Yada dharmasya glanir bhavati, what does it mean? Think. See, be attentive. We all lead our life in a relational platform. We all have to have relational existence. Mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, in-law, outlaw. You are human beings. We have to have relations. Human beings are called in Sanskrit as Manushya. Manushya means Manasa Sivyati iti Manusha. The one who stitches with others with the thread of mind is called as Manushya. So, Yada dharmasya glanir bhavati means what? What is my dharma? At this moment, my dharma is I am asked to speak on Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Sri Krishna, Janmashtami, something. This is my dharma. Glanir bhavati. But instead of doing this, if I get carried away somewhere else, then I have glani of my dharma. At this moment, I am only the speaker, nothing else. But instead of that, if I remember something, like I see some of you, and then I remember my mother, oh, I wish I was with my mother, where she would be like that. Then dharma's glani. Here I am not as a son to my mother, but here I am your servant. I have to conduct the satsang. What is dharmasya glani? Whatever we are supposed to do, if we go the wrong way, then Bhagwan comes in our life. Yada dharmasya glanir bhavati tadatmanam srujamyam. I come out. For what? First, paritranaya sadhunam. Then vinashaya cha dushkrutam. Sadhunam paritranaya means what? We all have two aspects in our personality, the good aspect and the bad aspect. Now, what is arrival of the God in our life? How he descends? Be very attentive. It's not very difficult. Every difficulty in our life is a reminder for us that you are going the wrong way. The other day, there was one lady, and she was driving, and she was with a location connected with her husband at home, and she was alone driving. So he saw, and then he called his wife, "Honey, darling, you are going the wrong way." She said, "No, darling, I am not going the wrong way. All the people are going wrong way." Coming the wrong way. See, friend, dharmasya glani, whatever we are supposed to do, that must be done. But if we do not do that, then dharmasya glani, then what happens? Then we come across some bad event situation in our life. This is what is God sent. Every difficulty is God sent. Like, again, go back to Bhagavad Gita. When Arjuna came on the battlefield, he had arrogance and bitterness in him. Friends, a seeker of truth should not have these two things: arrogance of success and bitterness in failure. No. But he had both. And out of that, he asked Bhagavan Krishna, "Take my chariot between the two armies, let me see with whom I have to fight." He knew who are the people in opposite reign, but even that arrogance was there. That time, Bhagavan created a situation for Arjun, and he was told, "You don't have to fight with enemies. You have to fight with your guru, you have to fight with your grandfather, you have to fight with your own near and dear." And when this was said, thereafter, Bhagavan told him so many things, and be attentive. At the end, he never told him, "Did you get the knowledge?" No. He said, "Has your doubt, has your confusion, has your delusion gone or not?" Arjuna also said the same thing. Delusion gone. Now I remember what for I am here and who am I at this moment. So on the battlefield, he should be a grandson, a disciple, or a warrior. Common thing. On the battlefield, you are a warrior. Now apply this principle of Bhagavad Gita in your life. Where are you now? In satsang. When? During satsang. What you should be? Satsangi. So many people have come. Whether the sambar will be enough or not. Should I add water in that and make it a rasam? See? Bhagavad Gita rasam. Satyanas. Therefore, highest spiritual practice or whole Bhagavad Gita is summarized by this one mantra. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100%. But what happens with us? We are consciously not living in the present. Oldies like me, all the time, जाने कहाँ गए वो दिन, भाड़ में तुम भी जाओ. If you are living Bhagavad Gita, you will not talk about your past. This is message of Bhagavan Krishna's life. If you read the whole life of Bhagavan Krishna, once he has left one place, he never went back there. See? Gokul he left, he came to Nandagaon. That he left, he came to Vrindavan. That he left, he came to Dwarka, Mathura. That he left, he came to Dwarka. He never went anywhere. Not going back. Do you remember when we were children, and who is interested in your old age? Old people don't understand this. That youngsters are not interested in our old age. Live in the utter present. Then only we can match. See, friend, this is Bhagavad Gita. This is Bhagavan Krishna's life. There is somewhere I read about this thing. Toward the end of his life, Radhaji happened to meet him. That time, Bhagwan Sri Krishna was 111 or 112 years old. Bhagwan Krishna left his body at the age of 125. So she asked, "How are you?" He said, "I'm all right. Do you remember?" "Yes, I remember you." "No, you are not my Krishna. You are a big one. You are not mine." Now, between them, what was happening? Radhaji was holding on to the past childhood experiences with him. And Bhagwan Krishna has gone through all those experiences, but he did not carry the burden of the past on his head. If we are studying and practicing Janmashtami, try this. From now onwards, make a firm resolution to yourself. You will not talk anything about your past. But Swamiji, you are giving many examples about your past. Yes, I heard that. Now, be attentive. Any experience from which you have learned, that experience does not create a memory on your mind. How simple it is, not difficult. And what we remember is our memory only. Like, for example, if somebody has said something to us in our childhood and we were very much hurt and we were very bad against it, and therefore there was a dark, deep wound in our mind against that person. Throughout life, we'll carry that bleeding wound in our mind. This I learned from one old lady dying. Her brother, younger brother, took care of her throughout life, her husband, her children, everything. But during the childhood, the brother sister had some kind of fighting, and that time the brother has taken a vow: I will never talk to you. He took care of his sister throughout life, never talk. At the time of death, that old lady has only one complaint: my brother did not talk to me because when we fought, we were children. Tell me. Because there was a wound. On the contrary, take other example. We all have touched some time in our childhood the fire, candle or something. We got burnt. Therefore, we have learned from that. Fire burns. And therefore, we have no like or disliking for the fire. On the contrary, we utilize that fire's burning ability to our benefit. Exactly the same way. The day you take this as your takeaway, learn from every experience. Those who learn from every experience, they grow wise. And those who do not learn from their experiences, they grow old and otherwise. Who are old and otherwise? Those who have got complaint about everything. Oh God, why you created this world? See, other people's children are so nice. My children are like this. Complain, 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 complain. I tell you my experience. There was one lady who just came to me without telling that she is coming along. I was busy with my work. People think I am simply sleeping there. And that is not a picture I have brought. So I was doing something. And then, Swamiji, what are you doing? I said, it's none of your business. Why you have come? No, I just came to spend some time with you. Am I a garden or what? Time, spend time. And then, Swamiji, this happened, that happened. I heard for the first time. Okay, okay. Okay, Mama, take cool, everything will be all right. That was my mistake. Second day again she came. Swamiji, yesterday I came, I forgot one thing to tell you. Is it a Bhagavad or Ramayana or what? See, so what will I do? I will say, okay, Mama, you talk. I am doing some work also, and I will be holding the newspaper upside down and read it. Again, if she comes third time, what will I do? Excuse me, I have to go to toilet. Okay, I'm sorry. Yad gatva nani vartante. I don't go away. Friends, nobody likes complaints in this world. Never complain. Bhagwan Sri Krishna never complained about anything to anybody in his life. Therefore, living at zero complaint level. So when you don't complain about anything, what does it mean? You accept the world, the people, the events as they are. And when you accept them as they are, you do not react. In action, there is no sin. In reaction, there is nothing but sin. Cinema actors are there or cinema reactors are there? They only act like you are acting as if you are listening. See, friends, slowly, slowly, you will come to discover this principle. That when we learn from every experience, that experience is our guru. And if we don't learn, then even God cannot teach us. Therefore, Janmashtami celebration means we have decided to learn from every single experience of our life. And with the addition of learning, slowly, slowly, we grow wise. And who is a wise person? Ashochanano shochastvam pradnyavadamscha bhashase gatasu na gatasuscha nanushocanti panditaha. Wise people are those who are never miserable. Be attentive. They may be facing the miseries in life, but they don't become miserable. Bhagavan tells Arjun, you are talking like a wise man. What does it mean? You are otherwise. And who is the wise man? Wise man is the one who do not grieve for both the things. Ignorant people are miserable for both the things. When somebody dies, they are miserable. When somebody doesn't die, they are miserable. ये मरता भी नहीं. Wise people are not miserable under any condition. What is Bhagavad Gita? Be happy. Don't become happy. For becoming, you require a reason. Be unreasonably happy. Therefore, if somebody makes a mistake and asks you, how are you? Sit down and start your Mahabharata. No. Fire with that same mode. I am on the top of the world. My friend in Melbourne, he says this thing. Anytime you ask him, he has only one reply. I am on the top of the world. Others say, where is the world? Try. It's not difficult. But then our words must carry the fragrance of that on the top of the world. Otherwise, how are you? On the top of the world. Pade. That word must carry the meaning. Then only we have fulfilled our life. See, friends. Therefore, the difficulties are created by God for our evolution. Every new birth is a painful experience. See. So, any event that happens in our life, if that can change the direction of our life from the dog word to the God word. There are people who like dogs, they don't like God. All the time with the dog, horrible. Therefore, gatasu na gatasuscha nanu shochanti pandita. Never become miserable, nor make anybody miserable because of us. Remain cheerful and happy. And friends, don't we like If somebody is happy, when somebody is happy, we like. If we are happy, see? Like the other day, somebody asked me this question. Swamiji, what is the secret of your happiness? I said, I am happy because I get such a beautiful house. Is this your house? I said, yes. Who are they? They are my tenants. House will not say, I am not his. It's in our own mind. Friends, when you have nothing, you have got everything. When you are never miserable, you are happy. See, happiness we don't have to get. Happiness we have to discover. Our problem is we are struggling to get happiness. See? And in that struggle, we become miserable. Instead of struggling to get happiness, be happy. And being happy is easier than becoming happy. A student is studying and then studying very hard. I should get good position, good marks, and he gets it. Is it over? No. Now I should get good admission in a nice college and all that, struggling to get admission. Then struggle through the whole course. After that, I got the very first rank and all that. I should get a good job, and you get the job. Are you over there? No, no, no. I should get a good house, good car, good wife. You get it. Are you happy? Friends, you can never get happiness in your life. What is added is not real. What is real. See? And therefore, we have to discover happiness. And this is the last thought. We have to discover the happiness. What is a discovery? Discovery is something is already existing, but it is covered. For example, my phone. Now, because of this cloth, I search, oh, where is my phone? Where my phone has gone? I'm so disturbed. Where is the phone? Where is the phone? And in that, when this cloth is removed, have I created the phone? Discovered. So, the happiness was covered by something. And what is that covering? Covering is only one. Desires are the coverings. If I get that, I will be happy. You get it. Is it over? No, if I get that also, I will be happy. There is no end in fulfilling your desires. See? Therefore, discovery is possible if we remove the wrong garbage from our head. Nobody can help us. We have to drop it. See? You see in your own houses, enter your walk-in wardrobe. You do not know where to go, and then you forget where is the outlet. So many things are hanging there pathetically. You don't want to empty that. Empty yourself and see the joy. Therefore, when we are practicing Janmashtami, this should be our foundation. From now onwards, refuse to be miserable. Therefore, I told you in the beginning, happy birthday to you. Today, you are all born as permanently happy beings. Don't justify under any condition that you are miserable. Make others miserable. You don't become miserable. But this is bad. You try. If you are happy, you can never make miserable to others. But if you are miserable, you don't like happy people. If we practice this in letter and spirit, we have celebrated the Janmashtami in the right spirit. Give it a try. and be happy. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.